Hey everyone, today's video is about when you're pregnant but hide it from him. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. The bathroom light was dim, barely illuminating the small space as you sat on the edge of the tub, staring down at the thin plastic stick in your trembling hand. The result was clear as day. Two lines that changed everything. The air feels heavier, charged with emotions that you can barely comprehend. Your heart pounds in your chest, a mixture of excitement, fear, and confusion swirling in your mind. Pregnant. You always imagined this moment would be different, more joyful, maybe with Bakugou by your side, both of you grinning at the prospect of becoming parents. But life isn't that simple, is it? A dull ache settles into your chest as you think back to the conversation that you had with him a few months ago when the topic of kids came over. A casual dinner. "I don't want kids," he had said. His tone serious, his eyes flicking up to meet yours with that unwavering confidence. "I can't imagine bringing a kid into my life. The job's too dangerous, and it's not for me. We've talked about this." You had nodded, understanding but not agreeing entirely. It wasn't something that you had pressed, knowing how fiercely Bakugo feels about losing his loved ones. The fear of losing him, or losing you to the danger of this job, had always loomed between you, silent and unspoken. But now, with this, the nausea you had felt over the past few days wasn't just from stress or exhaustion. You couldn't hide it any longer. The real question was, could you even hide it from him? You sat in the bathroom for what feels like hours, your mind running in circles. How would he react? Would he be angry? Would he leave? You couldn't bear the thought of driving a wedge between the two of you, especially after everything that you had built together. Bakugo was your rock, brash, impulsive but loyal, and loving in his own way. The idea of losing him terrified you, because it wasn't just about losing him, it's about losing the bond that you've nurtured your entire lives. Eventually, you tugged the test into the trash, burying it deep under layers of tissues and bathroom products, as if hiding it from the world would somehow make it less real. Over the next few weeks, you managed to keep your secret, though it wasn't easy. The nausea comes and goes, and you found yourself making excuses, blaming it on bad food or stress from work. Bakugo doesn't seem to notice at first. He's busy, as usual, caught up in hero work, training, and missions that take him away for days at a time. You were thankful for the distance, but it was a double-edged sword. When he's home, he's sharper than usual, watching you with neon eyes. That makes you nervous. "You good?" he asked one night, his voice gruff as he wraps an arm around your waist from behind. You were in the kitchen, washing dishes, and the warmth of his chest against your back feels like home. "You've been off lately." Your breath hitches, panic rising in your chest. Then you force a smile, though he can't see it. "Just tired," you say, keeping your voice steady. "Work's been stressful." He grunts in response, but you feel his body tense slightly. You know he doesn't buy it completely, but for now he lets it slide. As the weeks pass, hiding the pregnancy becomes more difficult. Your body starts to change, subtle but noticeable. Your jeans fit a little tighter, your energy wanes, and sometimes when you catch your reflection, you can't help but place a hand over your lower stomach, feeling the small swell that's starting to form. One evening, Bakugo comes earlier than expected. You were sitting on the couch, your legs tucked under you, absent-mindedly scrolling through your phone. He walks in, tossing his jacket over the back of the chair, his eyes locking onto you immediately. There's a flicker of something in his gaze, concern, curiosity, suspicion. "You've been acting weird," he says bluntly. his tone lacking its usual edge, but still direct.
You gonna tell me what's going on?
Your heart skips a beat, panic rising in your throat. You open your mouth to deny it, to brush it off like you've been doing for weeks, but the words die on your tongue. You can't keep lying to him, not when the truth was turned to show in ways you can't control. Bakugou, You hesitate, your hands trembling slightly as you fidget with the hem of your shirt. There's something I need to tell you. He narrows his eyes, stepping closer to you, until he's standing right in front of you. His presence was overwhelming, his gaze piercing as if he's trying to read your thoughts before you can even say them aloud. I'm pregnant. The words hang in the air, heavy and suffocating. You can see the moment they hit him, the way his body tenses, his eyes widening slightly in shock before narrowing in confusion. He doesn't speak at first, just stares at you like he's trying to process what you just said. You swallow hard, forcing yourself to keep going. I found out a few weeks ago. I didn't know how to tell you. I know you said you didn't want kids. And I didn't want to.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
His voice was low, but there's an edge to it now, a dangerous mix of hurt and anger. His fists clench at his sides, and for a moment you're terrified of him. That you pushed him too far. I didn't want to lose you, you admit quietly, your voice barely a whisper. I was scared, Bakugou. I didn't know how you'd react. His eyes flashed with something. Hurt, maybe betrayal. But underneath it, there's something else. He looks away for a moment, his jaw tight, his fist still clenched. He takes a few steps towards the window, staring out into the darkened city skyline, as if it holds the answers to questions that he even hadn't asked yet.
You should have told me. Damn it. You don't keep shit like that from me.
You stand up, your looks shaky, and take a step towards him. I know. I just didn't want to ruin what we have. I thought you might leave. He turns to face you, his eyes sharp and unreadable.
Leave? You think I'd leave you like this?
I didn't know. Bakugou takes a deep breath.
Shit. I'm not gonna leave, idiot.
He steps forward, closing the distance between you, and his hands come up to cup your face gently. Your heart clenches, tears sparkling at the corners of your eyes as you search his face for any sign of doubt, any indication that he doesn't mean what he's saying. But all you see is the raw, unfiltered emotion that he rarely lets anyone see.
I didn't plan for this, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna bail. You're stuck with me, got it?
You nod, tears spilling over as you press your forehead against his chest, his warmth and strength grounding you in the chaos of the moment. I'm scared, you whisper.
Yeah, me too.
When for the first time in weeks, you feel like everything might be okay. Thank guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.